Well, friends, if you're anything like me, you probably do a little bit of shopping on Amazon. And one of the coolest things about Amazon is the wish list. If there's something that I see that I would like to have, but it's just too expensive or I don't feel like buying it for whatever reason, I can add it to my wish list. Now here's something about the wish list. If something on there is $50 and I don't feel it's a good value, but one of my friends sees it and they are willing to spend $50 on me, that's the perfect thing to get. And this is one such item. Now I don't remember what this cost, but what it is a three-dimensional wooden puzzle. It's a pendulum clock. Now the fact of the matter is I don't really want a pendulum clock at all. I don't like the idea of having a clock. I don't like having to be on a time schedule. But what I love about a pendulum clock is the intricacy of the mechanics of all the gears. So here it is. It's all 1/8" plywood, laser cut, and shrink wrapped in this plastic. So here's some other pieces. There's some jewel movements, some metal rods, and a spring. Now normally I would just toss the instructions, but this time I think I'll actually read them. So it starts with a list of all the metal parts. Then it jumps right into the assembly, and it's a lot like an IKEA assembly manual. It's just pictures. There are no words at all. So the first thing I'm looking for is gear number A3. And there should be 3 of those. Now we'll find gear A3, which is right here. And the A2 piece just kind of force fits its way in. Now we want to find piece P4. The fit on this is really nice. Now A6 goes over the top of that. And there's A6. Find P12, which is 45 millimeters long. I'm guessing the picture in the book is my gauge. And install a jewel movement onto it. It's actually more of a bushing, but whatever. Then we're going to get 3 B2 gears, and there they are right there. 2 B11s, 2 B12s. And all those plug into B10. This is one of the critical points where they want you to make sure that there's no little splinters hanging off.
If you're going to get one of these, I'd strongly recommend sanding and waxing that gear before you assemble it.
Okay, now I accidentally pushed that back in, so we've got to realign that.
And that little block I keep using is actually a depth stop. You put the bushing on one end and then push the axle through, and it leaves just the right amount hanging out.
This is another new spacer device. Okay, I messed up something there. Now what I messed up there was that was not supposed to be one of these jewel movements, it was supposed to be one of these wooden washers. Now, did I do this right? Okay, there's that. Well, I hope I didn't need another F1 because maybe they gave me a spare, but I just broke one. This project is yet another in a very long list that proves you never know what you're going to see on this channel. But if you hit that notification bell, you'll get a notice every time I post something new. B16, B7. Now these gears are not meshing yet, but hopefully we get to a point where they do. It's a little bit of an alignment issue. These were supposed to come through from the back. There are 2 vertical and 1 horizontal slots, and I had that backwards. And I discovered that because this would not line up properly. Very good job of indexing they've done here. Now this is a little bit tricky. You need to slide that in and then tilt it up. But it fits pretty, but it fit pretty nicely. If you had trouble with it, they give you a QR code. Here at step 16, they show the installation of a gear. One thing about all these gears, the spoke patterns are all unique. So there are no 2 alike. So you got to pay attention to that. Ah! Well, I just broke 2 of those. Ah! I broke all 3 of those. That sucks. And there are 3 extra. Well, I don't know if they're extra yet, is one thing. I better look ahead. They might have given me some extra pieces, because these are pretty delicate. And it looks like they did. And the alignment is not the best on this. I'm going to get it all together first, then we'll work on the alignment. Now this could be really easy to break. Okay, so while the camera battery died, I took this off and readjusted the bushings a little bit. Get a little better alignment going there. Now they want me to install the spring. I guess you should start off with both of these straight up, these two dials. At least that's the way it is in the picture. Okay. Now, this gear goes that way. Take a look as I wind this, that spring tightens up. And it's not moving, but I think if we spin that pendulum, I think if we give that pendulum a nudge, it should start working. Now they did include some wax. I'm going to go ahead and wax this. Alright, well once that escapement wore in a little bit and I waxed the, I think it's called the sprag gear, it seems to be working just fine. We'll let it run for a while and see how well it keeps time. I really don't expect a lot out of it, to tell you the truth. But what I did want from this project was the experience of assembling a clock, because for years now I've been dragging around this piece of garbage, and it's my intent to breathe new life into it. So thanks for stopping in. I'm happy to answer any questions in the doobly-doo below, so please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click up here to see my last video, click over here to see something of mine that YouTube thinks you'll like, and have a good one.